Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to this week's How To Tuesday. This video is going to be all around the boundaries you need to be creating in your business. The boundaries you need to keep your mind healthy and happy, keep your business ticking over when you're not there, and allow you to still have a life outside of your business. Because so many entrepreneurs, especially when you are beginning, spend relentless amounts of time online, showing up and not making impact. So therefore you become drained, burned out, and just demotivated. So this video is going to be all around how to set boundaries in your business. But ultimately, those boundaries will allow you to feel happier, your business to thrive and be more successful, and you to find balance. So I can't wait for you to listen to these tips, and please, any questions you have, any comments, anything you want to ask me around boundaries, leave them in the comments and I will be more than happy to answer them for you. My first tip for you is something that I have always prided myself in, and it's really helped me transitioning from full-time teaching into being an entrepreneur, and it's all about routines. Routines make a really big difference in terms of being able to set yourself boundaries and having the boundaries that work for you, but also the boundaries that you then share with other people and how they see you in your business. So for example, I always post on Instagram Monday to Friday in the evening. I always make sure I do my Facebook Lives on a Friday at 5:30 in my Facebook group. If you aren't in my group, make sure you come and join us. I always make sure I film my YouTube content on a Friday. I have my client calls on the same day at the same time slot for their whole 6 or 9 month period. This allows me to create some boundaries. Using routines, it then allows me to know when is my free time, when do I have time where I can just show up and have a good time online, do my stories. It also allows me to know when it's my time to relax, watch TV and just have some time for myself. And of course now in my business it doesn't run like this, and I can take walks when I want and just disappear and go on adventures when I want to, but ultimately at the start you need to have routines to be able to set yourself some healthy boundaries. The second thing, which I think is so important when you're trying to set yourself boundaries in your business, is you need to have a place that your audience can go to. You need to have places and directions that you can send them so that when they do need you and you aren't there, they aren't disappearing and feeling like you haven't been able to support them. So if this is a Facebook group, a podcast, a YouTube video, your Instagram, whatever it is that you have where your content is stored and people can consume, learn, grow and feel supported without you having to be there live, that is amazing, and that's what we want. So in your business, I would really recommend, and I would strongly suggest you do this, thinking about the places you can send people when they do come and connect with you, but you don't therefore have to give up more of your time for each individual person that comes into your audience and DMs you or asks you questions. You can direct them to a podcast or a YouTube video or a Facebook Live masterclass. You want to have places that they can go to. If they have places they can go, this also sets boundaries for them as well, because they know that you are providing content all the time. There's so much content that they can consume even before they see you live. They know that you show up regularly, and they start to respect the fact that you are there, and they trust that when you turn up, you will be there to serve them. If it's very sporadic and they don't know what they're getting, it does make it harder for them to know those boundaries, and it can also mean that they have expectations that you will always be there because you're not showing up frequently enough that they feel like they have your support even when you're not live. So having places that people can go to when you aren't able to show up allows you to set really healthy boundaries. And it also means that when you are in the bath and someone sends you a DM saying, I really need your help, you can send a message back saying, go here, do this, watch that. Or you can wait, obviously, until you finish your bath because you don't want your phone to get wet. You would just say to them that these are all the places that you can get in touch with me. These are all of the avenues that you've got, even on your website. Being able to do this and defer people back to what you already have on offer is an amazing way to set those boundaries. My last top tip for you around how to set really healthy boundaries in your business is all around your statement responses. So if you are online, which I think you are, because you're watching this video. Let me know what platforms you are using and where you're showing up. But on social media, of course, people have access to you. They think they have access to you 24/7. They can DM you, they can inbox you, they can voice note you, they can tag you, they can put you in their stories. People can find ways of getting hold of you all the time. So if you don't have some statement responses that you can send back to people, you can very easily find yourself overwhelmed and responding personally to each and every person, and that taking up a lot of your time. So the statements that you can think about are things that you can store in your phone that, depending on the type of message you receive, you can copy and paste it back to them. Of course, you make it personal with their name, but things like, "Hi Sam, it's so nice to hear from you in my DMs. I really can't wait to connect with you. The next place I suggest you go to is my Facebook group. There's loads of support in there. See you there." I can copy and paste that to anyone that DMs me asking me for advice around anxiety or starting a business. If someone asked me videos about dealing with procrastinating, fear of failure, showing up online, building their brand, I would say, "It's so nice to talk to you. My YouTube channel is all about these things, entrepreneurship, business and mindset. So check out Samantha Hearne on YouTube." So you need to make sure you have go-to responses that you can use, because this is all about setting boundaries for you, but also your audience, so that they can trust and respect you, you can trust and respect them, and you don't have those blurred lines of when you should be showing up, how you should be showing up, what they can expect from you, what they can see from you, what you can see from them. And you know, it does get really, really hard if you don't set those boundaries and make sure they're really healthy and positive for you. These are 3 simple things I would recommend any entrepreneur, especially starting out, does for themselves in business, because your mindset is your most important tool. And if your mind is overwhelmed, feeling like you're constantly being spoken to and having to respond and not having enough time to do that, it's going to restrict your creative flow, how you show up authentically, and your energy. So I really want to now open up the discussion for you. I want to find out your boundaries. What are you struggling with? What tips have you got around boundaries in business? And I would love to have this conversation in the comments below and make sure that we all recognize how important these boundaries are. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And if you aren't in my Facebook group and you haven't watched the latest masterclass, make sure you get yourself over to A Happy Mind on Facebook, and I will see you there too.